talking to a tree. It's plain to see that boy has fleas buzzing around his knees. Oh, it's a fact. Oh, yes, a fact. Babies are born without kneecaps. I swear it's true. I wouldn't lie to you. Babies are born without kneecaps. Oh, yes, a fact. It's true, I swear. I think I read it somewhere. It's a fact. Oh, yes, a fact. Why would I lie? Do I sing? We both kind of cry. It's a fact. Oh, yes, a fact. Oh, it's a fact. Oh, yes, a fact. Oh,
Everybody comes on and goes, "This is the most insane thing. Such and such just released a new update that's crazy." You know, everything is the greatest thing that ever happened to computers and AI. And I honestly, I feel embarrassed to say this, but it took me months to realize that no, none of them are. None of them are, and none of them are real people. It's all avatars. And they're all just hyping some bullshit. And so I was constantly checking them out and researching them and looking to see if any of them really did what they say they do.
You mean you
None of them
thought when the shark jumped out of the ice and started playing guitar and then ate a giraffe, you thought that was real?
I thought that was a video.
Hey. It could happen.
I thought that was a video I would be able to make for free forever.
Oh, I got you.
Because the avatar of Julian Goldie told me I could. It's just...
All right, everybody, welcome out to the Get On With It Sports Show. It is Wednesday, August the 26th, 2026. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. Radio Pete and Mr. Harry Lugnut. Say hello, gents.
Hi, everybody. Remember us?
Yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It was vacation month.
I think it was okay for us to take a month off, and
Well, technically, we just took one show off. Really.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's should try 2 or 3 and see how that works.
Yeah.
See who misses us.
A midwinter break, but yeah. So
early fall break.
We'll be back in the spring, folks.
Yeah, we'll see you in February, folks.
I'll see you in week 8 when the Giants are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
That's the old college spirit.
Here we go. Right back into it. We're right back into the mindset. Well, I want to mention this right away, and I'll mention it probably again in the show and towards the end. This is the end of an era for this show. I don't know if you guys realize that.
Well, it's over?
No, sorry. No. Not that kind of era.
I got so excited. Oh my God.
I know. That's why I phrased it that way. This is our last show streaming on Facebook and Twitch.
Facebook's still around?
It's there.
Yeah. Streaming live. The shows will still be available there afterwards. But we are our next show in September. We're going to be streaming exclusively on YouTube. So make sure
the links to the YouTube once it's done will be posted to Facebook. You can go rewatch.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll post them up there, and we'll put a message up there as well that we're switching. But yeah, we're streamlining a little bit.
Everybody who's 97 and still following us on Facebook, just go to YouTube and like us.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want us to stay around. If not, then tell us to fuck off, and we'll go back to MySpace.
We just want you to know we're already on YouTube. But
we're already on YouTube. We should put a big thing on here during the whole show. Get people to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. That's That's the
Well,
future.
they have to know what
Future.
they have to know what I don't even know where we're on YouTube. So it'd be nice to put it on the screen.
Well, we're on. I mean, we're on archiving on the Logram Guys page still on the channel, but we have our own channel. That's
what would be nice would be to put it on our own.
We have our own channel. We've had for some time now.
What is it? People should know. Let's put it up. Get it up there. Come on, Jimmy.
Actually, watch the credits at the end of the show. It'll be listed in the scroll.
On the website, everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll post a few extra clips exclusively for that. Well, one clip. We'll just post it numerous times over the next couple of weeks. So,
exactly.
So if you happen to be following us on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, YouTube Shorts or Facebook Reels or whatever, you'll see the address there. But yeah.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to mention that.
Good mention.
And then thank you. And then I had a quick question for you guys.
Sure.
And I'm going to phrase this a certain way, and you'll understand why. I have to explain why. Who is more ridiculous?
Probably me.
All right,
I would agree.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. The NFL for starting now on a fucking Wednesday night.
Right.
We're actually going to be, competing with us, quite honestly.
They're up against us. That's just
So
ridiculous.
Who's more ridiculous, them or the WNBA in general? Now, before you answer, take into account that the WNBA has only been around for a quarter century.
Right.
The NFL has had a lot longer to get this right, and they've done a lot of things right, but they still do stupid shit. Of course, it doesn't really seem to hurt them much.
Are you referring to scheduling of the WNBA, or what are you referring to?
Just
the WNBA is freaking chaos right now.
I think the WNBA is. I want to be the WNBA. I want to be. I have all the signs of nobody watches me. I am in debt. I make no money. I just need the subsidization of that.
You got a sugar daddy.
Has. Yeah, I just need a sugar daddy like the WNBA has, or a sugar person. Let's not gender anything.
Yeah,
sugar parent.
How many NBA owners are women?
A few.
All right, so there are some sugar mommies too. I guess I guess what I mean is that there are, if the old saying are like any press is good press, right?
Right.
If that's true, then the WNBA is just rolling in press because every day there's some.
I think there's some good basketball going on in the WNBA. I don't think it's the WNBA's purpose to exploit things that don't really exist and or exaggerate and or try to compartmentalize and be divisive with things that one or two people are saying. But you also have that's what's going to rise to the top, and it's unfortunate because it takes away from attention that that on the court, what's going on play wise, because there's a lot of teams that haven't traditionally been battling for a championship or this year. Yeah. And there's some good young players doing some phenomenal things. So and some experienced players doing things that are kind of legendary and having impact on their overall stamp on the game. So yeah.
True. So let me ask you this.
Same thing with the NFL. I mean, yeah.
Is it the fault of the players that are acting up? In
the NFL, yes.
No, in the WNBA. Well, no, in the WNBA.
The only player that acted up in the WNBA was a former NBA player. I don't see any acting up by any players.
Well, I'm talking about the people who are bringing some of this negative press with comments in locker rooms. There's sort of been a little bit of a shift away from everyone's beating up on Caitlin Clark and it's not fair. And again, that's, a narrative for some people and not so much for others. But it just seems like there's more of a racially based divide sort of happening, and I guess I want to ask you guys does that obviously it falls on the shoulders of some of the players, but does it fall as much or more on the shoulders of the commissioner for just not fucking doing anything about it?
A little bit of both. I
A little
think
bit of
that
both. Yeah, a
I
little
think
bit
that
of
they're trying to. I think the WNBA does come out and speak out against things. Most of it, I think, is fairly positive. Most of it is in effort to be inclusive and to make sure that there's no perception and or real animosity towards any minority group. The racial stuff is sort of that's what America feeds on, and the fact that we
Yeah.
have a sport where some of the top players just happen to be white, and there are one or two players who think that they have that status because of privilege, and that's not my words. That's somebody tweeted that white privilege, because somebody got a foul call. Look, here's the reality of it. It's all exaggerated. It's all fed through a idiot box that we all carry in our pocket and put in our hands, and
It's built for
doesn't leave us
clicks.
all day
It's
long.
built for clicks. Yeah.
It's built for clicks. Negativity works, and I think they're reaching sometimes when they call somebody homophobic or racist. I think it has consequences, because I don't think either of that is true most of the time. But just because somebody says something, they're just like every other sport. We watch male athletes do idiotic things all day long. We watch them tweet stupidity. So they're just like everybody else. They got exactly what they wanted, equality. And the unfortunate part of it is that the exposure isn't equal. So the thing that's going to be most baiting is going to cut to the top. And any sort of Diana Taurasi, lecture on ball handling skills is probably not going to make it into your feed. So, but yeah, there's been hatred. There's been hatred of Caitlin Clark. I think that the coverage of Sophie Cunningham has been unfair, and they're putting words in her mouth and trying to make it just like the rest of the country. They're trying to divide it.
Yeah, either she's a hero or she's a terrible person, depending on what you're watching or what you're listening to.
Instead of actually having a dialogue about it. And of course, on one side of the aisle, unless you act extreme, it's not good enough. So, and unless you're outraged on the other, it's not good enough. All of it exists. All of it is exaggerated. The hatred for Angel Reese and the fact that people have entire Instagram, TikTok, and other accounts dedicated to mocking her. That's all it is clips of mocking her.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're fed either extreme hatred or extreme love for one or two players, it's targeted and it's purposeful and it's divisive and it's harmful. And sure, I guess to your point, I think that there may be somebody in the WNBA should speak up and say something. But if they're going to take after their big brother, a few people have ever spoken up in the NBA as well.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
that's very true too.
But someone in authority, I think, has to, because I mean, look, whether you like Caitlin Clark or whether you don't like Caitlin Clark, the effect she's had on the league is tangible. And instead of banking on that, it seems like they're pissing away that goodwill, and not all of it was goodwill, from around the country. And they just got their raises, which is going to probably keep them from ever being a financially salient league. But I just feel like they're just kind of letting this play out and not stepping in and squashing. They're stepping on their good press, and they're stepping on the good feelings that had. There's empty seats now at Indiana Fever games. I think some people have lost a little bit of a taste, and I hate to see that kind of goodwill that was built up go away. And
there's empty seats at Mets and Yankees games too.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, this was a place where people would, could tell their daughters to look up to.
I think you're letting social media influence the extent of what is actually going on. That's my take on it. I think.
I don't think it's a collapse, but it's just a shame. I think that, again, I would say the commissioner is not stepping up and dealing with this. I mean, he's not doing anything. Just like, what are we going to just hope it sort of all dies down and goes away on its own? Maybe it will, but
I don't know. I don't spend my days looking for clips of the WNBA's commissioner's latest take on things.
Well,
I guess had
That's
she
because
said
there is no
something,
take on things. You don't have to.
But
you don't have to.
I also don't look for fill in the blank of any commissioner's take on anything because
I generally don't care about the commissioner's takes, but you're not wrong, Pete. But look, there's so many reels and so many things. I sent you a bunch of stuff. Obviously, I don't know if I sent the one this morning with the. I won't get into it. I forget what they said.
You sent too many, but yeah.
Yeah, I do. But it was an acronym. It was like I don't know that this was what it was, but the acronym, as if it was like collective. This was not the acronym, but like the group that got together. The group's name was Collective Love in Transit. Right? It wasn't that. It was something else. But figure out what that acronym would be. It was right. It was a panel of WNBA players, and Ennis, what's his face, was a caricature there too, and he wanted to play in the WNBA. And
was it Cantor?
Back and forth. Yeah.
Well, that's who I was referring to. So yeah, that's who I was referring to earlier. Which is ridiculous, and he's an asshole and an instigator. Also, the WNBA's largest regular TV audience in 29 years was just the other day, and I watched that game, and it was a good game. So I think let's see what we really want to read into.
Yeah.
The nearly 3.5 million people who watched on NBC and Peacock got more than a typical Fever game. Yeah, that's because Ennis Cantor was at that game. Here's the thing, though. Here's what I like about the WNBA. I can find the games, and they're on regular television, and there's more than one a week, and I find myself watching them a lot because they're good games. So Ennis Cantor aside, I think the WNBA's the product on the court is maybe the best it's ever been.
Well, yeah, and you don't have to subscribe to Peacock to watch it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's give it time.
Well, my point being is that because I am someone who refuses to get rid of cable and save money, and then I will get 73 streaming services and pay $16.99 for each of them, and then still not be able to watch what I want to because it's blacked out in my area. So, look, the WNBA is smart in that they play at a time when people are watching their games, and sometimes there's not a lot of other things on, which I think helps them. And I think that's why their ratings are higher than it's been in a long time. There's a lot of WNBA games on. It's nice. I don't know.
I just hope they don't, fall back because of controversy. Whether it's exaggerated or not, it's going to be exaggerated, right? So that's not
right.
And we know that's going to happen. And that's, again, another point I'm trying to make here. Like, you got to do something about this. You can't, I just feel like don't just let it fester. Don't let it play out. Step in and because, there's going to be people who go, this isn't a real league. Look how they're run,
the fact that, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese jumped into the crowd and started beating the shit out of the fans is really a stain. Oh, wait. That wasn't the WNBA. No, that was the NBA.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Indiana connection there, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, glad I brought that quick question. Oh, so who's more ridiculous? The NFL for starting on a Wednesday or the WNBA for not cleaning house or taking care of business?
The Wednesday has nothing to do with it, but the NFL is way more ridiculous. I can go on forever about the idiocy of the ding-dongs that play in the NFL.
All right. I agree.
Including some of the brain dead idiots wandering around the Meadowlands. Well, that's a whole topic for another day that you don't want to get me started on. Boy, I hate my favorite childhood team now because their fucking spokespeople are a bunch of idiots.
Anyway,
all right. Well, we'll talk about football in a little bit here. Let's move to our favorite game that we love, Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Little to no fanfare. There it is. There's the diamond.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So games have been played.
yeah. Let's see. Let's look. How are we doing? Oh, did I see the other day Stanton is out for the end of the season, till the rest of the season? Did I see that?
We don't know if it's the end of the season, but I think if the Yankees play in Game 9 of the World Series, he'll be available.
He might be able to. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody was saying the other day he can't run the bases without getting hurt, which I thought was, like that should be kind of one of the easier things, I would think. Especially when you hit a home run, but I don't know how, how many triples is he legging out at full speed that he hurts his calf muscle, and now apparently
for what they're
calf
paying him,
muscles are hurt.
I don't give a shit if he can't run at all. Just fucking walk around the bases. I don't really care.
All right. Well, look, the Yankees are still in good shape.
Giancarlo Stanton with absolutely no legs is still better than the game on the line and Austin Wells or Jazz Chisholm at the plate. It's just, it's over. So, yeah, I think Stanton's probably done for the year. He's saying he's not going to retire, but the Yankees, they're finally will be up. It'll be his last year, and nobody's going to take him. But I think the Yankees, they're going to probably have to DFA him. Or they'll do what the Yankees do. They'll start the season again. They'll say he's going to be okay, and then he'll spend the entire year on the injured reserve. And they'll have hope that he'll be back for the playoffs, and they won't do anything at the trade deadline to replace his bet. So there you go.
So there you go. You've just brought us all the way through the end of next season.
That's right.
You heard it here first, folks.
It doesn't surprise me.
All right. So they have yet to catch the Rays.
They're not going to catch the Rays.
They're not going to, right?
I told you that. And there's no guarantee that the Red Sox aren't going to pass them. Look, the Yankees have done better than I thought they were going to do, but they have like 32 games left or 31 games left now, and they're going to have to win, 18 of those to hold on to just where they're at, and that might not even be good enough. So there's plenty of baseball left to go. Could they get hot? Could Tampa falter? Sure, anything could happen. But if things stay based on what how the teams are playing, the Red Sox have had a little bit of a lull, but they're still 8-2 in their last 10 games and won 5 in a row. And if the Rays and the Yankees continue to play at the same rate that they're playing, the Yankees aren't going to catch the Rays, and the Red Sox may very well catch up to the Yankees and even win the division. So there you go.
Well, there we go. And the Blue Jays are in last.
Yeah, Blue Jays are done.
Blue Jays are done.
Yeah. All right.
But I mean, if the Blue Jays were in the American League West, they'd be 2 games out.
Yeah. Johnny, I saw a reel the other day. It was maybe 3 or 4 days ago or something like that. If the Mets go 30-7 over the last 37, they can make the wild card.
Make the wild card, yeah, 30-7.
It's a satirical channel, but
they've won. What have they won? 7 out of their last 10, and
they're looking good, but
they're looking good. They have one of the best records, not the best record, but one of the best records since the trade deadline.
But they're not playing 800 baseball.
They're not playing. No, they're not playing 800.
But I thought it was. It seems like this channel is from an actual Met fan, but he has a sense of humor.
You're playing in the 6s. The mid 6s, or they were anyway. They've lost a couple of games since then, so I think they dropped down around 6. But still, okay. Nothing is impossible except that.
They're not doing. Let me let you in on a little secret. They're not doing a damn thing.
No, I know. But and I don't expect them to. And if I did expect them to, I would have worn a Mets jersey tonight, because obviously during football season, I wear football jerseys until the World Series. Obviously, whatever show we do around the World Series.
When you wear lingerie.
Well, I wear.
Why don't you wear your favorite Victoria's Secret outfit once the
And I do that on
Sure.
Valentine's Day. I do that on
Oh,
Valentine's Day.
okay. There you
But,
go.
Is there NFL themed lingerie from Victoria's Secret?
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
there is.
there is.
I would imagine there is.
It might actually be from Target, not Victoria's Secret.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Be
try to
careful
get
what be careful what you wish for.
man watching too much football. Give him something else to watch. Available at Target.
Well, at Target.
Available at Target. Joe Klecko will be auditioning his collection of fine lingerie.
All right, John. Let me ask you.
Put my picture of me and Joe Klecko, but no.
No.
Let me ask you this,
Not
John.
Lingerie.
As a Met fan, right? Obviously, this has been a disaster of a season of what we were expecting, right? You saw what they did at the trade deadline. Yeah, they're playing better. Okay, they're not going anywhere. What is a number where you might soften, if there is one, you and then the average Met fan might soften their hatred of the Mets front office for a number of wins?
30-7.
Okay, so unless they get to the wild card, forget it. You're hoisting them on their petard.
If they're as shitty as they've been, it's no way. If they get close but just miss it, and it's obvious that if they played halfway decent at the beginning of the season, they could have had a wild card. That's another no good. The only way that I'd even consider it, which basically means that I'm not considering it because they're not getting a wild card, right? But is for them to, holy shit, they turned it around, they did whatever they did, and here we go.
There was no. All right, look. So they're 60 and 72 on my screen. So that's 132. Is that correct? Yes. So 30 games.
30 games left. Yeah.
What if they get to 80 wins? What if they go 20 and 10? Do you look at it as anything worth it, or it just kind of happened because they tore the team apart and nobody's got anything to lose?
The kids are playing. Nobody's got anything to lose. They're playing loose, right? They have a coach that I thought he was going to coach tight, or not coach tight, but coach like he didn't give a shit. But he is coaching like he didn't give a shit. But he's not coaching like he doesn't care. He's coaching like he doesn't have anything to lose because he's already been told he's not getting the job, right? So I think that's probably part and parcel as to why they're playing as loose as they're playing and winning some games. But it doesn't take away from what that prick did to this team in the offseason last year. He tore the team apart. You can say what you want about Jeff McNeil. I honestly didn't care that he went. He wasn't as soon as he won that batting title, he was done. And I don't know, Brendan Nimmo, look what he's doing, and look who's playing left field for us, right? And Pete Alonso, come on, really? You're gonna say how many times do we have to say this on the show? You're gonna preach that you let Pete walk because you want run prevention, and then you sign a plethora of rotation
lead
people
gloves
that don't play first base,
yeah.
playing first base. It's stupidity. It solidifies the fact that he didn't know what the hell he's doing, or he just proved the fact that he wants a team that wins that he built completely.
It's his team.
It's his team. Pete Alonso wasn't his product. Fuck it. No. He can go win Gold Gloves for the next 20 years and go to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Gold Gloves. Who's winning Gold
Gloves? He won't go to the Hall of Fame because of Gold Gloves, but
no, I'm just saying he could go win everything.
He could go do that.
World Series. He can go do that on another team. I didn't pick him, so he's not staying here. That's that's what it boils down to. So
yeah, I don't know. He did some decent things. I think that he's not playing. If I could have Bo Bichette playing third base for the Yankees, I'd be really happy. So I think he got a good right fielder. He's a homegrown product, right?
Right.
So you got some good young.
No, go ahead.
You got some good young players, and unfortunately, Soto's hurt. So we all knew that the Mets issue was going to be, did they have a deep enough roster? I think the big things for the Mets that I didn't agree with is I think getting rid of some of these guys at the trade deadline didn't necessarily make a lot of sense. So, but they've got some holes to fill. But and I agree with you on Alonso, but I think just as somebody, I think it's a little overrated, the hating of the moves in the offseason.
He definitely. Here's another thing that is talked about, but less. Right? He tore apart. He set Carlos Mendoza up to fail. I'm not saying Carlos Mendoza was the answer, or that if he didn't do this, he was going to be the Mets manager for the next 20 years. Not at all. But he set him up to fail. He ripped out every single coach he's worked with the entire time he's been there, and put in all new people. All right, Jeremy Hefner. All right, even Bryce Harper talked about the fact that was a stupid move. Like he's in Atlanta now, and the Braves pitching staff's killing it. I mean, what was that about? Because he didn't put him there, right? So I whatever. You know what? Talk to me next year. We'll figure it out. We'll see what he does in the offseason. We'll see other plan next year. We'll go from there. It's
got to be nice though to just know that, hey, I got October off. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about any of this shit. I don't have to fucking hope that Austin Wells can fucking swing in the blind rain and find a chip. You don't have to worry about Aaron Judge's, left femur falling off. You don't have to watch Garrett Cole give up a 2-run home run and the Yankees and your team get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. It's got to be nice. It's got to be nice.
Also, got to be nice to have George Lombard Jr. playing.
Well, George Lombard Jr., I've been I wanted Lombard and Spencer Jones to be on this team for a long time, and they're finally here. And the best thing about George Lombard Jr. is that we no longer have to watch Anthony Volpe and his squinty eyes bumble his way around Yankee Stadium.
All right. I guess my main concern for the Mets moving forward is
who's going to be the manager?
Or as far as the front office goes, is that same sort of ego and desire to have my people gonna make it more difficult for them to build into something, a quality team.
So maybe
because once he brings in all of his people, right? Isn't he going to be, if he's the type of guy that this is his plan, isn't he going to be reluctant to get rid of them?
Right.
Which has traditionally been an issue with the Mets in many cases, but, hanging on to.
I think that's familiar with a lot of teams, especially New York teams.
But, this guy will obviously do whatever the hell he wants, right? We talked about that. He's not afraid to make moves, and he's obviously got Uncle Steve's, seal of approval. So that's my concern moving forward.
Hey, look,
bring in his guys and then be too stubborn to make any changes if it doesn't work.
Bringing in good players and spending the money to do it, that's all you can do. If they don't perform up to what they traditionally have or are expected to, that's on them. It's not on the, that's the reality of it.
Hanging on to them when
that's the worst side is being the Yankees front office and repeatedly convincing yourself that the fucking bums that you have are going to magically turn around and become good baseball players.
Yeah. Okay. Johnny, you got a weird fact? That question of the day, weird fact? Or you want to, sorry, before we get to that, what else do we want to talk about in general with baseball? How much we hate the fucking Braves?
Baseball hasn't really changed any, everybody, the good teams are the good teams, and everything's sort of hanging pretty tight,
Phillies, the top 3 teams since the trade deadline are the Phillies, the Padres, and the Red Sox. So, and
who did the Phillies go out and get? Somebody that I think I was talking about. I don't know, some certain second baseman who's hitting like 364 in a league that can't hit 212. Yeah, they went out and got him. Good for them. Smart move.
And is it just to do with that and those moves, or does it have a little to do with you think it has anything to do with the manager at the moment?
they're winning despite the fact that Don Mattingly is their
So
manager.
that's what I'm asking you.
Don Mattingly's a great player. He is as good as the players around him. He's either the best manager in the world or the worst. I don't think any manager moves the needle that much, and I certainly don't think he is one of those guys who moves the needle very much. I think he's a fine guy, and I think he's a good bench coach. And maybe that's what they needed. Maybe they needed a lighter hand and somebody who is just letting them play ball. Who knows? But I think they made some good moves at the trade deadline.
And it's paying dividends.
This is very true. And are you worried for your beloved Yankees that the Red Sox are playing as well as they're playing right now?
Yeah. I think I said this. If the Yankees are playing slightly better than I predicted they would play, but they are only now a game and a half above the Red Sox. So I don't think they're going to fall out of the last wild card spot, but they could be in a lot of trouble if they have to face the Rays or the Red Sox in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, you kind of have to hope they play the White Sox. It's just the way it is. And look, I think it's the weird first round playoff thing. I've always said it. If the Yankees don't win the East and have that first round bye, they're done. They're just not. They're not going to get through a series with either Tampa Bay or Boston. They're not. I think they're evenly matched, but I think those teams have better. I think they just have a better chance of scoring runs when they need to score runs in the postseason. That's my concern with the Yankees. And I think Judge is going to be back way too late for him to really catch up and be productive. I think their bullpen is starting to show signs of just being overworked. And while they have great starting pitching, are they better than the top three pitchers on Boston or Tampa in a 5-game series or a 7-game series? I don't know. The Yankees have to play perfect ball to win. And if they're only scoring 1 or 2 runs in the regular season, I mean, exaggerate that against the best pitching in baseball in the playoffs, and it's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
And look, if they face right-handed pitching, okay. If they face left-handed pitching, good luck, because it puts they are named after a movie called Platoon, and it puts a lot of those lefty bats who are, quite frankly, their best hitters on the bench because they cannot hit anything against left-handed pitching. And Boston has 3 left-handed starters.
There you go.
Right.
Well, there you have it. And a side note, the Dodgers are under 500 since the trade deadline.
The Dodgers are struggling a little bit, but they have 17 guys coming up. They have 6x Cy Young winners coming off the injured list.
Coming off the DL. Yeah.
And two first team all MLB position players. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers are in a little bit of trouble. I think the Braves look pretty good, although the Phillies are hot. The Brewers are really good. And the Braves are good. So I don't know. Are the Dodgers necessarily better than Milwaukee, Atlanta, or Philly at this point in the season? I don't think so. I think that those series are up for grabs.
I think so too. I do.
All right. Before we move on, not that.
Before we move on, please log in.
There we go. Account. Say hi to Dave Scardino, who's joining us and is watching Little League, which, we've sort of been watching. There's a girl that's pitching who set the record that, what was the young lady from years ago? Chanel Monet, I think her name was. I think there's another pitcher this year.
Like that.
There's a young lady who broke her strikeout record for the Little League World Series or something like that.
Let me clarify Dave's statement. He's watching Little League on ESPN. He's not in some random park in Lyndhurst watching Little League.
No. But want to say hi. And you know what? We've got a question of the day. But before we do that, I want to do an Are They For Real quick. Harry just reminded me about something that I wanted to ask. All right. That's baseball related, of course. So let's do that.
What is real?
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Pretty sure none of that's real.
You're not real.
For real, for real, for real. Yeah. What is real?
Okay, what is real? Who is real? Whatever it is. Best record in the National League when the season is done. Just mentioned several candidates. I'm going to give you 5 teams to choose from here. Not by division, just who's going to have the best record in the National League. We've got the Braves, the Phillies, Milwaukee. I'll throw the Cubs in there, actually. Dodgers and Padres.
Do you want us to pick one?
Yeah, pick one.
The Dodgers.
Dodgers are going to have the best record when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I want to say another team just because I don't want it to be the Dodgers. But it's probably going to be the Dodgers. But I'm going to say the Phillies.
Phillies have 6 games to make up on the Dodgers.
I think they can do it. They got 30 games to make them up in.
They have 8 games to make up in the loss column.
And the Dodgers are getting their all.
What's that?
Go ahead.
If they keep playing the way they're playing, and the Dodgers keep playing the way they're playing, then
Dodgers are 7-3 in their last 10.
They're 11-12 in their last 23.
All right. Well, 7-3.
The Dodgers are getting 6 Cy Young winners and their first team punter back, all in the next 4 or 5 days.
They have an AI version of Fernando Valenzuela.
He's starting every other game. He's starting because he's AI. He doesn't need a rest.
Yeah. He comes. He's like Gossage. Comes out, pitches 2-3 innings every night.
Right. Oh, he pitches 8 innings every night.
Yeah. All right. Just to be contrarian, I'm going to take the Brewers.
There you go.
All right.
Look, never underestimate those Milwaukee Brewers, especially in the regular season.
Yeah. Well,
I think it'll be within 1 game between the Dodgers and Brewers, but I think the Dodgers eke them out. I think I was looking at this the other day. I think the Dodgers' schedule is a little easier. I think the Brewers have a pretty rough ride for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? No one else there. I mean, looking at their last 10, depending on that schedule, no one else in the division is playing particularly good ball right now.
No, but I think they play a lot of out-of-division games.
Yeah, probably. Did you? Oh, Harry, you like the Reds? I know it. Did you? I saw a thing the other day about the Reds' final month schedule. Brutal.
Yeah, crazy. They're also 100. They're 100 points underwater. I mean, only the Rockies are worse.
Yeah, that's right.
They're
minus 100 in runs. In run differential. That's brutal.
Crazy.
All right, so that's are they for real? We'll see. We'll put that one on the list of things to look at the end of the season. It's about 78 things we got to look at there. So let's do a little question of the day right now.
Do you want it? Are you sure? Well, here it is. The question of the day.
I know.
All right,
This
question of the day
is technically not a question of the day, weird fact of the day, but it falls under the question of the day umbrella, so we can use the
And I have yet to make a weird fact of the day graphic. So
so there you go. So the weird fact of the day, requires no answer from you. I'm just giving you the weird fact of the day. And this is something you may know. It might not be something you know. I don't know, but it might be something that
you should do it. You should do it as a true or false, and I'm going to say true.
False or true? I'll do it the other way. See, no, anyway. Now here we go. Weird fact day: more people have walked on the surface of the moon than have scored on Mariano Rivera in the postseason.
Yeah.
All right. 96 postseason appearances, 141 innings pitched. He pitched to a 0.70 ERA, 110 strikeouts, 42 saves. He only gave up 11 earned runs in 96 postseason appearances. 12 men have walked on the moon.
Yep. And I just wish one less would be great. That stupid, cheap, nubbing, fucking French expansion franchise bullshit team. God. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
There you have
good.
it.
That's
There
pretty
you go.
good.
That's weird fact day. More people have walked on the surface of the moon than Mariano Rivera gave up a run to in the postseason in 96 appearances.
He was pretty good. It's
I'm sure that can be said about like a pitcher that had one postseason appearance.
Yeah.
You know, but we're talking about somebody with the longevity he did. 96 postseason appearances, only give up 11 runs. So there you go.
Who was the
And there's
guy on Seattle who came in against the Yankees with like a 6-run lead and gave up like 7 runs? Arthur Rhodes, was that his name?
That sounds
Rhodes?
familiar. Yeah.
I think he gave up more runs in that one series than Mariano did in this.
I would bet. I'd be willing to bet that there's a couple other pitchers who have similar, not that similar to Rivera,
innings,
except for like 1 or 2 appearances where they got blown up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You know, otherwise it would be. Obviously, no one's going to be in Mariano's category, but I bet there's some guys that were pretty damn good in the postseason, but they got blown up a couple times and skewed things a little bit farther north as far as those numbers go. So
who was the weirdo for Boston? It was their closer for a couple of years there.
Oh yeah, Jerkface. I think his name was.
Here's an interesting fact though: the career postseason ERA leaders in a minimum of 50 innings. Okay, Rivera is number 1. Okay, the next 3 are all starting pitchers: Sandy Koufax 0.95, Christy Mathewson 1.06, and Eddie Plank 1.32. That is unbelievable. Sandy Koufax, man, wow, yeah.
And that's 50 or more relief innings.
No, just 50 or more innings pitched.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The other ones weren't relief pitchers. Sandy Koufax's career postseason ERA was 0.95. That's 0.95.
Less than 1.
Papelbon.
Papelbon, yeah.
I'm guessing Papelbon's career postseason ERA is pretty low. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I'll agree.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a jerk, though.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do a little over-under. Talk about some things that may be and catch up on some predictions that we made a month ago during our last show.
Well, I've got no chance of losing this time.
All righty. Over, under. Let's see. MLB. Oh, yeah. Okay. This one's going to be an interesting one. We're going to talk about not teams that are going to get to the wild card, but a couple of teams that we'll see, will they get within 10 games of the wild card?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody's within 10 games of the wild card.
No, by the end of the season. And I'm only picking a couple of teams that are close right now. All right. So, first up, I'm going to throw them in there. I'm going to throw the Royals in there, even though they're 8.5 out right now. So, looks like they're, in pretty good shape to stay within 10. So, Harry?
Yeah.
End of year, they're going to get there? Or are they going to stay there within 10 of the wild card?
Who?
The Royals. They're 8.5 out of the wild card right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You mean they'll be less than 10 games out? 10 or less?
Yeah.
Okay, so the over-under is really 10.5.
10.5, yes, correct.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
All right, Johnny?
I'm going to say no. The reason they're 8.5 games out is because they went on a 9-1 run in the last 10 games. I don't know that they're going to hold that up. So I'm going to
agree with you. I'm going to say no. All right, now we're going to skip down to the beloved NL East. And we got the Nats, we're right at 10 on my screen right now. So, John, Nats, will they be the over-under's 10.5?
And right now
they're 10.
They're at 10.
They're really tanking. They're heading in the wrong direction.
But they were playing.
They were
pretty good ball, but
and they were, and then somebody on this show mentioned that he thought they had a chance at making the wild card, and since then they have been atrocious. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. We don't like the Nationals anyway. So, Johnny, what do you think?
No.
All right, they're gonna go over. I agree. Harry? No. All right. Next up, just a game back on my screen, those beloved New York Mets.
No.
John?
A game back of the Nationals, not a game back of the wild card.
No. 11 games back.
Hey, look at it this way. They're 9 games ahead of the Rockies.
All right, I'm going to say yes for the Mets. I think they're going to get to 10 or better.
You know, this is like not. They may not get to 80 games, but where the wild card falls, they may be 10 games. I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to say yes.
All right. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna win 80 games anyway. I'll tell you know what. At this point, I'll be sort of happy with 70. All right, next up, Cincinnati, the aforementioned. Right now, 9 games back of the wild card on my screen. Harry, let's start with you.
That's a bubble pick. Yeah, they'll probably drift a little bit towards the end because they'll be out of it. So I'll say no. They'll fall. Right. They'll fall a game, one more game back.
I'll say yes. John?
No.
All right. So Mets 2 yeses. Harry said no. Nats, all of us no. Royals, Harry says yes. John and I say no. Reds, I say yes. You guys say no. So a nice split. Nice little split there. All right, next up.
That's a segment we like to call, will these horrible teams have anything worth
that should be, how bad are they? And maybe that should be the name of that. Yeah, something like that. How not for real are they? We could put it under,
will they be within 10 games? Not of the division, of the
wild card.
And not the first wild card. Just the last one.
Oh, yeah, the last one.
That's not for, at least we forget, there's 3 wild cards. So we're not saying like 10 games from, we're saying will they just
look, it's 10. It's
one
10
of the top.
Will they be no more than 10 games behind the worst postseason team?
Will they will they be one of the top 10 worst teams in the league, guys?
Yeah. But listen, it's within 10 games of the playoffs. You can look at it that way.
Only Pete would think of something like that.
Well, you know why? Because I was looking at the standings, and for some reason, 10 is a number that we think means something, right? We base our number system on 10. It's just another number. But I was like, well, this team could get to 10, and they might get to 10, and they were under 10. So there was, 4 or 5 teams there. So, whatever. Was just looking for something. All right, let's move on to our pitching stuff here. Let me throw up the graphic.
Pitching.
We talked about these guys. Will they get traded? On our last show right before the trade deadline, and talked about some 5 starters and 5 relievers and where they might go. And there was a lot of talk and blah blah blah. I don't remember if we said yes or no about anybody. Anyway. So you can tell us, Harry. I'll show everybody what happened, and you can tell us who was right.
Well, I think I remember what I said. I'm not sure I remember what.
Yeah, that's. Said. Anyway, so here they are with their new teams, and Scooble, of course, going to the Dodgers, and Alcantara staying with the Marlins. Clay Holmes. I think we all said Clay Holmes was going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I had Scooble moving. I had Alcantara staying. Holmes moving. I don't know if I had I think I had Robbie Ray staying. I think a lot of them stayed, right? Only 2 of them moved?
Well, in the reliever side, it was just Hoffman. But the
Hoffman
only
didn't
guy who
move.
stayed on the starting side was
Hoffman,
Alcantara.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Chapman. Everybody thought Chapman was going
Hoffman's
somewhere.
the only one that moved on the reliever's side. Alcantara is the only one
That's
that
right.
stayed.
Who stayed? Yeah.
I got.
So there we go. Which was, sort of. If you look at the Padres, all right, we're going to get rid of Robbie Ray. We're going to bring in Mason Miller. Bringing in Mason Miller is, sort of a fairly no-brainer kind of move, but Ray was a decent pitcher. He was a Cy Young Award winner, former Cy Young Award winner. But to me, that was a little bit puzzling. But I guess they figured we need the relief help and got to give up.
They
something for it,
they already had Miller.
No, the Padres didn't. Oh no, they did. You're right. Sorry, my bad. You're right.
Hoffman's the only reliever that moved on this list.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I was looking at the wrong side. So there we go. So we were varying degrees of right or wrong.
Trust me, I know that Mason Miller did not move.
Yeah, no, I was just
Because
reading.
there was one place I really wanted him to go.
And he did not.
The Rockies?
That's right.
Instead,
Instead,
show up on the Rockies.
we got Jason Dominguez 2.0.
Imagine if Mason Miller
Ilias
got
Ramos.
traded from the Padres at the trade deadline to the Rockies.
He wouldn't pitch the rest of the year. He would never be able to come in a save situation.
They'd have to run him out there when they were down by 10 just to get an inning in.
His arm would be iced and just he would be fresh as a daisy next year.
All right, so that's over under, and let's carry on here. And anybody else got anything about baseball they want to say?
No, I think we're good.
Not in
No,
that
all right,
depth of discussion. Yeah, about
I think we
10 teams
covered
in the league.
more than we needed to. No other show is going to give you that list, by the way.
I think the only reason why I know anything about the Nationals is because I listen to Tony Kornheiser's podcast. It's the only reason why I know anything about the Nationals.
Yeah, I feel like he's a kindred spirit because they're bad and the Mets are bad, and so.
And they traded their best hitter to the Yankees, who could only hit against right. Anyway,
so that's it for baseball. And I know the date is wrong on the opening day. It's not the 10th. It's not Thursday the 10th. It's Wednesday the 9th, which is also the date of our very next show. So,
you guys have fun.
send
Are you
in
going
your
to the
picks.
game? Are you going to the game? You going to Sydney?
No,
Going down under?
definitely not.
Having a shrimp on the barbie? Who is Bobby, and why are we putting shrimp on him? I don't understand.
You know who Barbie is.
Oh, Barbie. Oh, okay. I think it's Bobby.
He's a seafood model.
Yeah,
That's her profession. So we put crustaceans on her.
She has a Malibu dream house. She lives near the ocean.
Yeah, Abby. I do have this year's picks contest rules, which we can
Pitch contest?
picks.
Oh.
Which
Remember,
we
we
will.
changed it up each year. Who won?
Yeah.
And remind us, who won last year?
I think it was Harry.
No, but I won the year before.
Nobody
that's
plays one on TV.
John still leads 5-2, and the 2 is me and Harry combined.
I thought I won too.
No, Harry won 2. I've won 3. Harry won 2, you won 1.
I think it's 3-2 and
3-2-1, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll do that in a second. I didn't know if you guys wanted to say anything about the NFL outside of that at this point. It starts in a week, but
Yeah, I mean, look, I have, there's been a lot of chatter, right? There's been a bunch of injuries. I don't know if you saw Jamar Chase. He got hurt in practice, and basically it looked like an ACL injury, and then he walked it off.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they did an MRI just to be sure, and I don't know what happened after that. But speaking of MRIs, Calvin Austin with the Giants, he's done for this season. He tore his ACL the other day. So now they have to pick from one of the other 30 wide receivers that they have.
I saw they cut Juju.
They cut Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
They cut him, yeah. But I think OBJ's making a team. At least temporarily, just until they know that Neighbors is 100%.
Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors, yes. Yeah. Golly!
But Neighbors has been minding his
Hey.
P's and Q's, hasn't he?
Yeah.
By the way,
Like he's been
Pete,
good, right? Because we were talking
have you-
about that, bringing in OBJ to sort of, straighten him out and all that stuff. So
By the way, Pete, have you always had a mustache? I know you had
Never
a beard
noticed.
before. I don't.
No,
it looks different. It's
That's
Okay, no,
it's a vacation mustache.
You've got
Yeah,
a little bit of. Don't take this the wrong way. You got a little bit of an Andy Reid thing going on.
yeah, this is very gray right in the middle. It's a little
Except
darker on the sides.
you don't have any barbecue sauce in yours.
There's nothing wrong with a gray mustache.
The barbecue sauce is on my shirt.
Well,
thing,
it's the mustache is separating from the beard mustache combo is what I'm getting at.
yeah, I usually just buzz everything. I never actually shave the hair off
I
my
like
face.
it. You should keep it going.
And I buzzed, and then the last couple times I did not buzz the mustache. So
You should
yes.
keep it going. Maybe do full walrus. Get a good.
Well, it kind of comes
There's a
down to
Wilford
here.
Brimley thing going on.
yeah, Wilford
when-
Brimley. There you go.
Yeah. Wilford. Did I ever tell you guys the story? There was
You're
There's
doing
a-
coke with Wilford Brimley. At the-
no, we were talking about
He was
talking
he
about
wasn't-
diabetes.
well, yeah, you could. The two aren't mutually exclusive.
he
No.
was a-
You know what
he was an
really
extra-
helps my diabetes?
He was an extra
Columbia's
cocoon.
finest.
He was an extra cocoon, so I mean there you
Who is?
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I was inside one of the eggs. I made it move.
Yeah.
No, years ago when I used to go to the gym,
That'd be
One of
an
those-
mermaid. Then, if that's the case.
2 or 3 times I went to the gym. I was at the gym. I was on the stationary bike, and they got a bunch of big TVs, different shows. Fox News is on, MSNBC is on, whatever. And it was a Sunday. Something about the NFL was on, and
Or just
I-
the NFL.
don't remember what it was that Brimley was on for, but for about 8 seconds, Andy Reid and Wilford Brimley were on their respective screens simultaneously.
Yeah, that's some
And-
sexy shit right there.
And it was just awesome. And I don't know if anybody else know it. And I had my headphones on. I wasn't listening to the TVs, but I just had music playing. And I literally went, oh, like that. I don't think anybody noticed.
You're the
about
only
it
one
or
in
anything.
America who did that.
I was the only person in the gym.
Wilford Brimley's children wouldn't act that excited.
Yeah, but I mean, they were there.
He was
it was the same guy.
for the Seahawks, wasn't he? Wilford Brimley,
He was the
Maybe.
He was the long snapper.
Yeah.
long snapper. That's what I said. The long snapper.
Yeah.
So that beautiful moment of serendipity is etched in my mind forever because they're the same guy.
And was this before cell phone cameras?
No,
Wilford Brimley
but
was alive.
didn't have. Yeah, it was a while ago when Wilford Brimley was still alive. Oh no, he might have been dead. Anyway, I don't remember why he was on the screen. It wasn't that commercial where he was on a horse.
It's even amazing if he's dead and just on.
Well,
he's
he
on
was
Good
he was
Morning
in
America.
he was in a couple of TV shows. Might have been a movie or something.
Our guest canceled today. Fortunately, we've kept Wilford Brimley on ice.
We've had him on ice. Here's Wilford Brimley and Trigger.
The trigger.
They roll him out.
And here's Wilford Brimley talking to Al Roker.
So anyway, that's my
sorry,
my
that's
Wilford
dark and
Brimley
weird.
story.
Yeah,
Funny. It's fucking funny though.
What were we talking about before that? Oh, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
have
so
no idea.
so we
Your
don't really have
mustache.
much to say about the NFL, right?
No, we'll talk the next show. Obviously, we'll kick off the football.
Yeah, we got to
NFL,
pick our
Well,
division
you were
winners.
gonna tell us-
And
you were going to tell us, I think, right now how the picks are going to work.
I'm gonna talk about the picks. So yeah, but I wanted to see if there was anything else we wanted to
No,
talk about
Please
first.
proceed so we
All
can.
right, so we can
Get
be
through
done. We're only at an hour 5.
Place your bets, please. Place your bets, please. Place your bets, please.
All right, football picks.
Football, you bet.
Every year we do it a little bit different. I change up a few things. Really, honestly, the goal is to get Harry out of it as quickly as possible. But despite that, he usually hangs around, and he's even won more than me. So maybe I should change my tactics. But anyway, going to put it up here on the screen, full screen, so everybody can see it. And here's how it's going to work. Normally, we everybody, the three of us and the coin, all chooses a game, and we all pick those 4 games each week. We're just going to go by division this year. And there you see, we're going to start with the AFC East, week 1, and then move on through. Everybody gets 2 through the first 16 weeks, and then week 17 and 18, we're going to go back to our everybody chooses a game, and we pick 4. And
so there's 2 week 5s.
Oh no, I guess that's a typo. See, how many?
No, everything else is right.
I'm already confused. I don't what.
So
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
I didn't notice. That was AI. That was AI making 2. So yeah, week 5 is the AFC.
We're only going to be picking 2 games in the first.
No, we're going to be picking the games that involve all those teams.
No.
So they might be playing.
It could be 2 games. It could be 4 games.
Yeah, could be 2 games. Could be 4 games. There's a few weeks when one of the teams in the division are actually on a bye.
Understood. Yeah.
So, but it'll be sort of a rolling number of games.
We're gonna go through each division twice. It looks like.
Yep. AFC and then NFC East, North, South,
and then
South.
Explain the pick'em to me. What does that mean?
Pick'em is like we used to do it. You choose a game, I choose a game, John chooses a game. The coin takes this Monday game or Sunday game, and we pick those 4 games. So
I think we should just pick a division.
Well, no, that's what we're doing. But
that's what we're doing
each week.
Okay.
Each week. Yeah.
So,
you mean at the end instead of the pick 'em, we could just pick a division?
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think I was going to say that originally, but
whoever is losing week 17 picks the division. Whoever is losing week 18 picks the division.
Okay.
All right, that sounds fair. That sounds random, but fair. All right, so remember that. That. So still a pick'em, just a different sort. And then I changed up the scoring just a little bit. So there it is. If you pick the favorite, they win and they cover the spread, and we'll get the odds from FanDuel as we always do. You get 3 points. If you pick the favorite, they win, but they don't cover, you get 2. If they lose, you get nothing. If you pick the underdog and they get shellacked, they lose, don't cover, you get nothing. If they lose, but they cover, you get 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
And if they win outright, you get 4.
Nice.
Because last year we had a situation where if the spread was not covered, it didn't matter which team you picked, you got the same number of points. So I wanted to incentivize.
Well, there was no motivation to pick anything to do with the spread,
right?
Which I didn't realize until week 7.
Well,
I was like, well, how did he get points? And I was just like, they didn't cover, and you were like, well, I was like, oh, well,
yeah, because if the spread was not covered, you could take the favorite or you could take the underdog, and you'd get the same number of points. So now you get an extra half point for taking the underdog. And you get a full point for the outright win. So we'll see. And then over under for each game is worth 1.5, just for what do they say? S's and G's.
Shiggles.
And giggles. Shiggles. And that'll be it. We'll keep track of all that stuff throughout the season, and gives me several more options to rob Harry of a point or 2, which you've always been able to suss out anyway. So.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. I'm not so good at
like, wait, I think
yeah. How did I go from 16 to 13? Oh, I don't know. I think I might have added wrong.
You didn't add at all.
Or that was it. I forgot that column. Forgot to add that column. So that's the
all right,
next thing. But listen, you'll know exactly what we're picking. Just go look at the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know each division and what games. Hopefully we won't have. I was going to try and make sure we weren't picking the NFC West on a week when all 4 teams were sort of playing each other, but I didn't worry about it. I suppose that's still possible. We could have a week 8 with the NFC West. If everybody's playing each other, then we could have no games.
We could have no games.
Well, that's not the case, actually. That week, San Francisco's off, but everybody else is on. So we'll see. It'll be leave it up to the schedule. So
There you go.
that is the NFL picks. So there we go.
There you go. Works for me.
All right. So I think you got a cue. You got a
I got just a quickie. Yep.
just a quick. Good, just a
An NFL.
All right, just a quick. There she is after a month. Were you going back and watching old shows?
Of course I did.
Writing down just a quickie. 1 minute 12. 1 hour 12 minutes.
1 hour 12 minutes done.
Maybe one day I'll make.
You've never found out who she is?
No. One day I'll make the intro previously clipped. Just a quickie intros.
There you go. There
Just
you
for
go.
you.
Just for me. There you go.
A full 60 seconds.
See, in my mind, I imagine her with the voice of Question of the Day.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say with the voice of...
No. Harry's voice in Question of the Day.
Oh, yeah. It is pretty sultry.
It is.
I know you like it.
There you go. All right. So just a quickie. Here we go. It's an NFL. Just a quickie. Here we go. It's Pete-esque because it's a little out there, but you'll get it. All right.
A little taste of my own medicine.
There you go. All right. Here we go. Which NFC East teams last 5 week 1 starters? I'll say it again, and that includes this year, current year, right? Which NFC East teams last 5 week 1 starting quarterbacks? All right. Have the most Hall of Famers and or potential Hall of Famers in the last 5 starting quarterbacks for week 1.
In the last 5 years?
No, in the last 5 starting quarterbacks.
All right, so we're looking at NFC East teams,
right?
Looking at their last 5 quarterbacks, however long a period that takes. And the question is, how many Hall of Famers?
Could be 5 years, could be 30 years. Doesn't matter,
How many Hall of Famers? Is that the question?
Are Hall of Famers or would be potential Hall of Famers? Or should be in the Hall of Fame. But, together. It's the same. No matter how you look at it, it's the same. It doesn't matter.
Who the hell even knows who these people are?
Well, are we talking Romo, Dak Prescott?
All right, so we'll all right. So, I mean, take a shot, and then we'll go through the quarterbacks.
Okay. So for Dallas, it's obviously Prescott and Romo.
Just take a shot.
Just pick a team.
Pick a team, and we'll go through the quarterbacks.
All right.
I'll say the Eagles.
All right.
We're guessing what their last 5 starting quarterbacks are?
No. Just pick the team that you think it is, and then we'll go through their last 5 week 1 starting quarterbacks.
Okay. So are we gonna do the Eagles right now?
No.
I'm saying I think it's the Eagles. I don't know who the quarterbacks are.
Oh, so only one of these teams has a potential Hall of Famer?
No, only one of these teams has more Hall of Famers and or potential Hall of Famers.
So which one of the 4 teams has the most Hall of Famers, potential Hall of Famers amongst their last 5
but this is tricky because it could be just an opening day guy who was on for one game.
Could be a guy who came in for 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, don't look at him yet. Just take a guess, and then we'll go through the quarterbacks.
I don't know who I'm trying to look at the teams in the
You're not going to fail if you get it wrong. Just pick a team.
I don't think it's the Commanders. It's definitely not the Giants. I'll say the Eagles.
You're both saying the Eagles.
All right.
We'll start with the Cowboys. The Cowboys starting current and working backwards. Prescott. I mean, he might be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I doubt it. Romo. Probably not.
No.
Drew Bledsoe. No.
Doubt it.
Vinny Testaverde?
No.
Nope. And I forgot his.
Who was
first
the
name.
redheaded guy that played for
No,
Dallas? Was
Carter?
that? Oh, okay.
Carter was 01 to 03. What was his first name? I forget. Dave, if you're still watching, type in Carter's first name.
I thought it was who's the guy who played for Cincinnati and then I think he played for Dallas.
Oh, Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton
Wasn't a week one starter.
He wasn't. Okay.
Yeah. It's either Prescott, Romo, going backwards, Prescott, Romo, Bledsoe, Testaverde, or Carter. All right.
Yeah, so not the Cowboys.
Yeah. So now we'll do Washington. Washington, you got Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
You got Howell.
Who?
Howell. Sam Howell.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay.
Carson Wentz.
Okay. No.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No.
And
maybe.
No. Fitzpatrick's not even close.
Longevity, dude.
He's on the
longevity and sentiment.
Now, people that have been to the Hall of Fame.
Sorry. I misunderstood.
We're not talking beard contest.
And Dwayne Haskins, God rest his soul.
Yes.
All right.
So, yeah.
So there you go.
Wasn't he drafted by the Giants?
No, he should have been drafted by the Giants.
That's what it was.
They picked Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Where are we? Okay. Eagles. You both picked the Eagles. Jalen Hurts.
Potential.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right.
Two chips, right, already?
2. Yeah. No, 1.
One,
right?
okay.
1, yeah, 1.
Been to 2 Super Bowls.
Been to 2. Carson Wentz.
No.
Nick Foles.
No.
Yeah. Pete's favorite Eagle ever, Sam Bradford.
No.
Maybe.
No.
And
what are you talking about? The 22 years old kid is having the prime of his career.
22 years old. Who are you talking
Oh, no,
about?
that's Sam Darnold. Never mind.
That's Sam Darnold. Sam Bradford.
Who's not 22 years old.
The actual Sam Bradford.
Yeah, the actual
Not
Sam
Sam
Bradford is
Bradford,
not
Darnold.
going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
I was like, what are you smoking today?
and Michael Vick.
I think Vic, probably not, but he's got a closer chance than anybody than Carson Wentz.
All right. And the Giants. Jackson Dart. Who knows?
No.
No.
He's not going. No, he's not going.
We don't even know. Maybe
No,
not.
we
Who knows,
know.
right?
We know.
All right. You got it. Whatever you say.
Harry, why were we stupid enough to think?
I love Ryle and Josh up.
Why do you think we were stupid? Why were we stupid enough to not pick the Giants in this question?
Exactly. Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
I guess he is, even though
he'll go.
Daniel Jones, no.
Well, you don't know. You don't know what Daniel.
But you never know, right? Eli Manning
should be, but you
should
never
be,
know.
But
and Kurt Warner, the only one of these guys that is in the Hall of Fame.
All right, so it was the Giants.
It's the Giants, yeah.
So the Giants pretty much win 3-0.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yet they haven't won a Super Bowl.
And they haven't won a Super Bowl in 13 years.
That's because Eli Manning started for 37 years, and then they've only had 2 quarterbacks since.
That's because that's it's offensive line stuff. Let's go there, but whatever.
Well, but I mean, they really, because since Eli, it's been Daniel Jones and Russell Wilson, and now Dart, right?
Right, correct. Right. So yeah. You had Kurt Warner for a year, then you had Eli Manning from 2004 through 2019, so that's 16 seasons, and then Jones for 5.
And Eli started game 1 for 16 straight years, huh?
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks have done that? Not very many.
No. Not at all. And it's the furthest one back too. The Commanders, the last 5 quarterbacks were 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and then Jaden Daniels for 2 years.
Did Randall Cunningham make it into the Hall of Fame? I don't think he did.
I don't know.
I'm not sure the Eagles have a quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
The
Giants don't either, do they?
No, it's in Jaws is in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Is he? I don't think he is.
No, maybe not. The Eagles only go back to 2010 with their last 5 quarterbacks, so that's longer. What should we call it? The Giants go back to 2004. The Cowboys go back to 2000 with their last 5 quarterbacks.
The only Eagles quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame are Sonny Jurgensen and
Sonny Jurgensen. Norm Van
Brocklin.
Rockland. Yeah.
Norm Van Brocklin. Yeah, I was going to say Sonny Jurgensen too. Sonny Jurgensen.
Yeah, that's good. That was actually a good question. That was really good.
There you go.
All right, here's an interesting thing. So, Sonny Jurgensen played from the Eagles from 1957 to 1963, helping them win the 1960 NFL championship. Norm Van Brocklin quarterbacked the Eagles in 1960, winning the 1960 NFL championship, defeating Vince Lombardi's Packers, and won NFL MVP that year. So was Sonny Jurgensen Norm Van Brocklin's backup quarterback in 1960?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Right? Yeah.
All right.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating. That is probably. I love old history, football, baseball.
They're both black and white quarterbacks. There was no color.
Oh, they were both black and white quarterbacks. No color.
Well done. Well done.
All right, fine.
All right.
That's a quickie. There you go.
There we go. Good job. That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's almost as weird as let's really delve into the worst teams in baseball. Let's see if they'll get within 10 games of a wild card spot. Let's look at traditionally the worst division in the NFL as far as starting quarterbacks. And let me feel good about the fact that the Giants have had the best opening day quarterbacks of any team in this division.
Of their last five.
The last five, anyway.
Yeah. For the Giants is the
last
it's 37 years ago.
It's boring to talk about nothing but Hall of Famers and who's in first place in the Major League Baseball. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right. I get it.
Everybody talks about that.
I like it. There's definitely a niche.
You gotta love it.
We look for different angles here.
Something.
Gotta do that.
All right, let's move on.
Johnny's five. It's a list we call Johnny's five. Johnny's five. Johnny's five. Yeah.
That was her singing, wasn't it? That was her singing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was her singing. And Harry.
How many gallons of water did you use making that AI music?
Actually, I've been recycling my urine quite some time
and donating it to the data center.
Before that Kelsey guys, I've been doing it for years.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
there you go. All right, tonight's Johnny's Five is top five 80s comedy movies.
Oh God.
Top 5 80s comedy movies.
Let's really get it, that younger audience.
Hey,
they can watch movies. My kids have seen all of these movies. My son has.
I would say this of the 80s movies. Of 80s movies, probably the comedies are what will have any sort of resonance or life.
They were all comedies when you really think about it.
Well,
I mean, there are some, but any action movie from the 80s is going to be like,
and they're all Christmas movies. So.
Yeah, they're all the action movies are Christmas movies. There you go. And I didn't include any. Because they weren't really comedy. They were like.
What year was Slapshot? I guess that was 70s, right?
70s
something.
Yeah. But. Yeah, so top 5 80s comedy movies. This is my list. So weigh in. So here we go. So I'll start with number 5 is Stripes.
Okay.
Good one. Good movie. Very good. Very good movie.
Army Training, sir.
Army Training, sir. There you go. That's number 5. Number 4, Spies Like Us. I love that movie.
I see a trend here.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay.
It was good.
Yeah. There you go. The Road to Dushanbe. Doctor. Number 3, Caddyshack.
Classic.
Yeah,
yep.
Can't go. Yeah, gotta love that one.
Only number 3. That's interesting.
Only number 3.
Oh, it's a long decade.
It's a long decade.
There's a groundhog involved. Yeah.
Right. Well, here's the thing. It's actually, for me, it's my 1C. If you will, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's still right. So it's number 3. Number 2, Trading Places.
Yeah.
Trading Places. Again, love that movie. And my number one movie, and people told me, good movie, but shouldn't be your number one. For me, it's my number one. I just, to this day, I just split a gut laughing almost every scene in this movie, and that's Fletch.
Oh, Fletch is great.
Yeah.
The remake wasn't too bad.
Wasn't with John Hamm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
You never saw Fletch?
No, I didn't see the remake.
Yeah.
There you go. So 5 Stripes, 4 Spies Like Us, 3 Caddyshack, 2 Trading Places, 1 Fletch. That's my top 5.
All right.
80s comedy movies. So dissect.
Here's I'm going to get you on a technicality for me.
Okay.
Airplane was 1980.
Okay.
All right. The Blues Brothers, 1980. Caddyshack, 1980.
I could have picked 5 1980 movies.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Two.
Oh, that's
two.
2.
It's
Okay.
2. Yeah.
The Cannonball Run and Stripes were 81. I like. I got to put Airplane ahead of it all.
Airplane for me would be 6. It's just Mrs. Stripes. I love Airplane. I love the movie. Look, it doesn't mean that every other 80s comedy movie sucked.
I know. I'm just. I would also put National Lampoon's either the Vacation or Christmas Vacation. I would. For me, Trading Places would not be on there. That's the only one that I didn't really love.
Okay. Yeah, I love that.
It's very watchable, but Trading Places, I would say, it's very, very watchable, but not as laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
For me.
All right.
Back to School would be another one.
Back to School's definitely. If I did a top 20, all of those movies would be in there. Top 10, what you just said is in there. Airplane, Blues Brothers, Back to School. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, and
Vacation.
I think, for me, it'd be Christmas Vacation, no particular order. Christmas Vacation, Airplane, and I got to put Spaceballs in there.
Yeah. But History of the World Part 1 is in the 80s too.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would put in also, it's more, a lot of these are farcical, but Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that was good. That's more drama, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
dramedy.
It's a farce. I look at it as a farce, which is my favorite kind of humor. But yeah, it's not it's a knowing smile more than an out loud laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a tough.
It's a tough one. These are my like I said, I could give you a list of 30, and they're all fantastic, and they're all gut splitting, laughing, everything else. But you're not wrong. Anything you said is up there. For me, these are my top 5.
A movie that kind of annoyed me when it first came out, but since then I've seen it a few times, and it was great. Was not Pretty in Pink, but what's the Sweet 16?
16 Candles.
Oh, 16 Candles. Yeah,
16 Candles is pretty darn funny.
Very, very funny movie.
16, I didn't see that, and I went back and forth because I would have put one other movie in here, and it might have actually swapped places with Trading Places, oddly enough. But I didn't include any John Hughes movies because I they need to be their own thing. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is my favorite John Hughes movie. And 16 Candles is hysterical. Ferris Bueller has its moments. Breakfast Club. To this day, I'll still occasionally quote Bender.
Princess Bride too. I would have it.
Princess Bride is oh my god, Princess Bride
and Raising Arizona maybe. Tough ones.
What about and there's a lot
movies in the 80s.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop.
See,
again,
not
comedy,
as much a comedy, I think, but
I know this is an unpopular opinion,
part.
but Eddie Murphy annoys the shit out of me, and his movies did even back then. Granted, he was such a talent, but me personally never enjoyed them. Bugged the shit out of me.
Which is why you don't really like Trading Places.
Yeah. Where does Ghostbusters rank on your list?
Oh, I can't stand it. It's horrible.
Interesting.
I like the franchise. It's not a comedy for me. It's more. again, not a drama or anything else. It's there's comedic parts. There's it's
I can't see anybody looking at that movie and going, it's anything other than a comedy.
it's a comedy, but it's
Ghostbusters. It's definitely
The first one.
it's a comedy. It's a comedy, but it's not as comedic as a lot of other movies.
Meaning it's not as funny a comedy.
It's not as funny a comedy, I guess. But there's other elements to it. Is my point.
Yeah.
All right.
I always thought it was overrated.
What about
I was going to say Eddie Murphy wise, like Coming to America is hysterical.
That's probably my favorite.
Coming to America is probably is for me his best movie, and Harlem Nights isn't too far off.
Fair.
I thought Harlem Nights was terrible. Just a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
What about like Revenge of the Nerds?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Doesn't hold up like that. The next list should be how many of the which of these movies
Meatballs.
held up?
Remember Meatballs?
Meatballs held up the
Meatballs
least.
was 79, I think.
Yeah.
I think it just
Animal House. I think
Animal House is 78, so I
Yeah,
wasn't. Animal House would be on this list if it was in the 80s. But if we did,
What
70s,
about Summer Rental?
Summer Rental's hysterical.
It
Great
would
Outdoors.
It would be in my top 40.
Great Outdoors.
Great Outdoors has got some great moments.
Who's Harry Crumb? That was another good one.
That's a more obscure one, but yeah, of course. Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck's actually my favorite of all those films. So yeah,
Well,
that was John Hughes, right?
No. Maybe
it was.
Might have been.
Uncle Buck was. Yeah, Uncle Buck was. Yeah, Uncle Buck.
I like it because there's nothing sugarcoated about it. It's just, and Macaulay Culkin is actually really tolerable.
Yeah.
When he interviews him.
What about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Oh yeah,
Great.
That's what he said. I love that.
Yeah.
Movie. I love that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
there's
and both Uncle Buck and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles end exactly the same way.
Let's face it. I don't know if
still love John Candy smiling.
The Cannonball Run, though, either of those or Smokey and the Band, they're great. I'm sorry, I still laugh at them whenever.
I still do too.
And I know they straddle the 70s and 80s, but
Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he just call me short? He just called me shorty? Yeah. Why? Because you're small. SMall.
SMall.
God, there was a lot of ignorance and stupidity in their entertainment.
Look, and that was with the bloopers. The bloopers are the funniest part of half of those movies that actually had.
Yeah, because they were all wasted.
Right. And Burt Reynolds, I'm going to take those rosary bleeds.
Yeah.
Shove up your nose. These bleeds.
These bleeds right here.
These bleeds. These fucking bleeds. You can take these bleeds.
I think the funniest thing Burt Reynolds ever did was when he was on Carson, just laughing at Rickles making fun of him. Like one time, Rickles comes on and goes, "We'll be with you in a minute, Burt, and then you could talk about your outfit." And Burt Reynolds just laughs for like 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
These bleeds.
These bleeds. These rosary bleeds.
These bleeds right here. Bleed.
Yeah. And what's his name? Jackie Gleason and
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh God, so good. So good. Like as I got older, I was like, I kind of like the Jackie Gleason character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's throw another one there. Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, again. Granted, I have to live with people. Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah.
That's why you don't like. That's why you don't like it.
It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
No,
it was a one-trick pony.
Of course, but here's the thing about Weekend at Bernie's. To this day, I've never seen, and there has to be footage of outtakes. Because Terry Kaiser, that was him the whole time.
Yeah, it wasn't a
dummy. A dummy or whatever. There had to have been so many hysterical outtakes.
The easiest acting job ever.
Right?
Yeah, just play dead.
Had to be amazing outtakes. I wish there were somewhere with them. And then the other thing I was going to say is very cult-esque Tom Hanks film, but cult-esque Bachelor Party.
Philadelphia, yeah, that was hilarious.
No, Philadelphia. Bachelor Party.
Yeah, Bachelor Party was pretty good.
Yeah.
There was, you could go down the road of really campy comedy. I call them, they're basically B comedies. Right. They're like, tits and giggles.
Yeah,
exactly. I would throw
Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger.
Speaking
But
of,
now be listening to your hot ass.
speaking of teeth, what
Your favorite
about Midnight Run?
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Great movie.
That's a good one.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably one of my favorites.
Oh, that's a really good one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, especially because
Was that 90s or was that 80s?
I think
Midnight
it was
Run
80s.
No, it was 80s. It was 80s. Yeah.
That was De Niro, right?
De Niro and Charles Grodin.
Charles Grodin,
Charles
yeah.
Grodin.
Oh, yeah. But, it's so deadpan. And De Niro, not always known for comedic chops, but a great actor. That's just
He's pretty funny in the movies he did later in life with Ben Stiller.
Yeah, the Fokker series.
Yeah, the
Fokker,
Fockers.
Yeah.
Which another Charles Grodin movie was the sequel of sorts. It wasn't really a sequel, but to Foul Play, which was the 70s. It seems like old times. If you remember that movie.
Oh yeah.
Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn again. But Charles Grodin, she was married to Charles Grodin, and
That's right.
it was a pretty funny movie. So, but anyway, so there you go. Lots. I mean, we could go on all night. Lots of great comedy movies. I don't think any other decade had as many good comedy movies as the 80s did. So people got too serious in other decades.
Well, there was kind of to me, the best movies will always sort of have that element of humanity, or like the protagonist doesn't always have to win. It doesn't always have to work out perfectly, but kind of when it does, like there's a way to do it that makes you feel good for them, as you're rooting for them. But it's very easy to go overboard and just be, into Smarmyville.
Right.
And I think some of the best comedies usually have just a little bit of that element somewhere along the way, and most often at the end when they're wrapping it up. But you can have a movie that's a great story about being uplifted or turning it around, or not being a loser anymore, and it's wrapped as a comedy as opposed to an actual movie that's about comedy. And then at the end, you kind of have that little moment that's not too over the top of, they do get to win in the end.
Right.
But to me, that's always kind of the nicest
Like
mix.
Earth Girls Are Easy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
But it's hard to balance sometimes. It's very easy to, for me anyway, for a movie to just get ruined in the last 5 minutes because it just works out too well.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Hot to Trot.
Hot to Trot.
Starring Bobcat Goldthwait, Dabney Coleman, and John Candy.
Did you? I don't know if this was as 80s or not, but did you ever see Shakes the Clown?
Oh, without a doubt. That's definitely not. That's 90s, and it's fantastic. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just yet. Yeah, it's fantastic.
You talk about that. Any of the police academies?
Yeah, the first one was pretty good.
Yeah. They got sillier and sillier and sillier.
They were the same thing repackaged over and over again. But
yeah. But was fine because that's what they were. They were just straight laughs, right? And there was maybe one dramatic moment or whatever, and you could do that, as long as the jokes are good, and you bring in some new characters or develop, the characters that everybody loves from the first movie, right?
Right.
And the first movie came out, and everybody loved Tackleberry. Right? That the psycho guy. I love him. So, you give him a bigger role in the next movie and all that sort of thing.
Right.
But it's a joke fest. You can do that. You can you can recreate it. Just make the jokes good. But
yeah, Who's Harry Crumb is really underrated.
It is underrated. It's a good movie.
Who was the star of the Police Academy movies?
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg.
God, what was
that sound effects guy?
Yeah, of course.
Michael
Winslow, yeah.
And the ex-football player guy who was like 6'8".
Bubba Smith.
Bubba Smith, yeah.
What a cast. Where are they now?
And
it's actually let's see who.
What's it called?
They were really popular as Police Academy movies.
Yeah. What's her face? Oh crap! The one that played Samantha in Sex and the City. What's her name?
Yeah, her.
Oh, Kim Cattrall?
Kim Cattrall. She was in First Police Academy.
She was in On the Waterfront. That's a joke. It was funny.
She was in. Here's another '80s one. She was in Porky's.
Yeah, she sure was. My point to that is that she looks 25 years younger. She always has than she actually was.
Was it? True story. True story. So.
All right,
Anyway,
good stuff.
all right.
Good list. Good Johnny.
All right. Cool. All right. Cool.
All right. Unless anybody's got anything else, we somehow managed to stretch this out to
Hour and
the
41.
better
We got
part
this
of 2
done.
hours.
You know, we started with obscure baseball records and ended with something, scintillating.
There you go.
As we always do.
As we always do. There you
You
go.
woke me up because now I could talk about obscure comedy movies.
Yeah,
as opposed
yeah.
to, do you think the Royals are going to win 78 games? I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Well, we want to.
Yeah.
It's we just want guesses. We want guesses.
Yeah,
Then we get the
sure.
stuff that we know, which is 80s comedies. So,
Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right.
all right. So
All right.
remember, as I said at the top of the show, next show on the 9th, Wednesday the 9th, assuming we don't postpone, we'll be streaming on YouTube only.
YouTube, baby.
Watch the outro here. You'll see the address. There's actually 2 channels and a third one, I think, coming, right, John?
Yep.
Did we get you certified yet or whatever it is? Or...
Yeah, it's there. Wait, I just got to put it up.
All right, cool. So you'll have 3 opportunities, and for those of you that are already watching on YouTube on the Logger Room channel, we won't be streaming there, but the show archives will be there, so you can go back and watch any of the old shows. Which
There you go.
why in God's name would you do that? But you might want to.
And if any of you believe in omens, I would play the lottery today because Jazz Chisholm has 3 hits and Austin Wells has 2 hits. Not this week, in this game.
Well,
Interesting.
So there you go. The odds of that happening far less than the Royals being within 10 games of the Wild.
yeah, with it. Well, they're already there. All right, so that is it. So 2 weeks YouTube only, and we'll put links on the Facebook pages and on the Logger Room page and all that stuff. So
There you go.
you can redirect yourself there, and that's it.
That's it. There you go.
All right.
All right. Good show tonight. See you in 2 weeks.
Go
NFL
Royals.
show. Go Royals. There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Goodbye.